A terrifying home invasion in Burien. Two men pulled guns on a 23-year-old there, forced the guy inside his apartment. They pistol whip him, then sexually assault his girlfriend before ransacking the house. Police believe this was a crime of opportunity, that the two thugs picked their victims at random, meaning it could happen to any of us. And here to help us survive a situation just like that is Donna. Thank you for being here. 4 years ago, you were the victim of a home invasion. What happened to you?
Well, basically, I was asleep in my bedroom at 3 a.m. like most typical people are, and I woke up and saw the silhouette of a large man, saw the silhouette of a baseball bat. He had a flashlight. I was married at the time, so I sat up in bed and said, "Roger, someone's in here." And at that point, the person came in and started yelling. He had a backpack full of binding materials, and he actually struck my husband at the time with the baseball bat while we were both in bed, which sent us both scrambling off. And you know, again, time when you're in a situation such as that, you know, your adrenaline, everything, it was like being in a movie scene. And so we basically, my husband kind of settled down into a crouch, and when the guy threw the backpack full of binding materials down at him, he lunged, and I thought, okay, this is how it's going down. We're going to fight. So I got in there too, and while my husband at the time wrestled his arms around, I took that baseball bat and smashed his head in. So
you got the upper hand, and that's how you survived.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's your message for others out there, because let's be honest, none of us think that this is going to happen to us.
No.
But it happened to you, and
Yep.
you have a message. Do not be a victim, and you have some pointers. And you actually, for your folks at home, you reached out to us. You said, listen, we need to be telling people how to survive a situation like this. Your first thing is have a safe room. What do you mean by a safe room?
A safe room is basically a room that you've designated in your house that might be a little more secured than the rest of your internal rooms.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you want to avoid anybody getting into your house in the first place, and there are things that you can do to make sure that you're more of a hard target in the first place. But in the event somebody does get into your room, you want to, if you don't have young children, it should be your master bedroom. You want to have a cell phone in there. You want, because if your phone lines get cut, you know, you can't use your phone to call out. You want to have a flashlight. A flashlight can be a really powerful tool for protecting you, because if you shine a high-power flashlight into somebody's eyes, it's really hard for them to see. If you have young children, you want to make sure that the safe room is their room, because you don't want to be worried about getting them and transporting them to your room.
Do you need a deadbolt? So let's say you designate a child's room. You run in, you grab your children, you all go into one room, you need a deadbolt as well, flashlight, all these things, and a phone in there.
Keep that in there at all times. You do reinforce. You make sure that of all of the rooms in your house, if that's a door that's more reinforced than any of the other doors, you want to make sure that it is. You know, I'm not talking about the movie Jodie Foster Safe Room.
That's what we all think of.
Exactly, and it's really not. It's about a mindset that you're going to take steps, precautionary steps, to avoid becoming a victim in the first place. So if you hear somebody in your home, you want to get into that safe room, you want to call 911 right away, and you want to secure yourself. You don't need to go playing the hero and go out looking for the bad guys, but
Donna, real quickly, we're tight on time. You say don't be silent if someone knocks on your door. Let them know you're home.
Especially, you know, I hear people saying, when I leave my kids at home, I tell them if somebody knocks at the door, just don't say anything, pretend like you're not there. That's not the best advice, because a lot of times these people, these criminals, are looking for empty homes. They want to just go in, make a quick break in, get in there, get some stuff, and they don't, if they think somebody's not there, they may go in. Your child is at risk then. So if somebody knocks at your door and you don't know who they are, you know, go to the door. Don't open it by any means. Do not open it, and just make it known that you're there. Don't let anybody know if you're home alone. You know, and you can convey a sense of authority with your voice. And this is another thing about don't be a victim. Convey to people that you're not a victim. Use a strong voice. Be proactive and
go away. Not interested.
Yep.
You also talk about mental conditioning. What is that? Why is it so important?
Mental conditioning is basically just kind of asking yourself, what if? What would I do if this situation happened? And determining before anything happens that you are going to fight back, that you're going to do everything in your power to not be taken, especially taken to a secondary location. If anybody ever tries to abduct you, that's like, I mean, just go crazy. And even though my husband at the time and I didn't have a plan, we didn't have any idea that what we would do, I always imagined if I was ever in a situation where I was under attack, I would go crazy and fight tooth and nail if I had to. And that's the mindset people have to have.
Great advice from someone who has lived the drama. Donna, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, Marty, back to you.
Yeah, it makes you, Donna, it makes you stop and think, doesn't it, about the things in your home, different safety precautions that we always think about and sometimes forget to do. It's a good reminder to go home tonight
That's
and
the whole thing.
take a look at those
I
things.
like just the flashlight thing. So something, just pick something out of that.
Yeah.
But, my goodness. Weather-wise,